Marshall. I play Harrison Dula on Star Wars Rebels, and you're watching The Cyber Nerds. Fan for life. May the Force be with you.
We are live. Guys, welcome back to another Sith Temple Rebels Season 4 review. And this week we have Episode 7, Kindred. So, Mr. J, I can win.
That's me.
The 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds.
That's also me.
Hey, you can start off.
Yeah, guys, I'm Joe, and this is Raven. Let's just get that out there. Episode 7. All right, now, this is my worst episode of the season so far. It's nothing terribly wrong with it. Stormtroopers don't do anything retardedly stupid in it. But like, you know, I think on the last show I said that there's been no filler. I feel like this was like the best kind of filler, but it was still filler. Like, I didn't feel like there was two major things that I think happened in this episode for me. Two major things that episode. But besides these two things, I just felt like the episode was kind of boring and kind of meh. So one major thing. Hera and Kanan kiss. I've been waiting for this for like 4 seasons. But do you know what? Like, even in the book, the New Dawn that I haven't read, that came out ages ago, they really allude to Kanan and Hera having some sort of relationship. And I think they've had a relationship. I know they're kissing on the show for the first time, but I definitely feel like they've had a relationship prior to this. And that's why Kanan, so what we're gonna do after the rebellion.
Was you surprised to see them kissing? No,
I wasn't. I wasn't surprised because in the last episode they pump faked us.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, they're gonna. I thought they would just drag it out for longer. I thought like it might have been a season finale thing, but they gave it to us now. So this makes me actually even more worried for Kanan. Like because they kiss now, I'm like, this is episode 7. Like, man. Like, Kanan might be dead in like 4 episodes, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
And I'm kind of surprised why you're feeling some type of way about this episode. But we'll get there. We'll get there. But to me, like, I thought with the pump fake, I thought they would just leave it there, and it would be enough for us. So when I saw that, I was like, on Disney Channel, even though we already established that this is, but they actually went it. I was like,
do you know what? Yeah, the reason why I'm not worried about that stuff is because they pump faked us. Pump faked us means to, you know, pretend like they almost, but they didn't. Just for
basketball terminology.
Yeah. So in the last episode, they almost kissed but didn't, and in the beginning of this episode, they almost kissed. And so that's when I was like, when they did kiss, I was like, yeah, it makes sense. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you're gonna tease us, you're not just gonna carry on teasing us every single episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got to give us something back. So yeah, that's cool. But like I said, that happening only makes me more worried for the bigger scheme of things.
And that's why I was like, by the end of the episode, I was like, oh wait, like the next few episodes must be nuts, because you wouldn't show that for any particular. And me personally, I think that might be the last time they see each other.
Yeah, see, this is what I was going to get to. I was like, this episode just has major implications on everything that's happening. Now, obviously you've watched Rogue One if you're watching this show, so you know that in Rogue One, Hera and Chopper are the only ones at the rebellion base. We just saw in this episode, Hera and Chopper leave the rest of the rebels. Yeah. So, I don't know if they're probably going to have contact through, like, you know, hologram and communication and stuff like that, but I don't think we're gonna see them together again either. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's that. The other big thing that happened in this episode was, I don't really know if it's a big thing yet, and this might shock you, is the introduction of a new character. So they show us one of Thrawn's bounty hunters, voiced by Warwick Khan. Yeah.
Shout out to you, Warwick.
Yeah, shout out to Warwick Khan. So I like the character. It's interesting that even though Thrawn is an Imperial, you know, Grand Admiral or whatever, he just has his own like assassins that he just brings in. And I know you do see this in episode 4. Vader and Tarkin bring in Boba Fett and all them guys. But it's just interesting to see like that different admirals just go to different bounty hunters and just like, yo, go do this for me.
Yeah, man, you gotta have your own personnel, guys to get the job done. So it makes sense to me, and it just makes it more interesting, the kind of personnel that you pick.
See, that's what I was gonna say, because that's exactly what I was gonna say, because I think this bounty hunter has a lot of like Thrawn-like qualities.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? He's very precise. He likes to do this. Even when he was at a disadvantage, he had already pre-planned something else. Like, so I do really appreciate that about the episode. What else do you get in the episode? So they were my 2 highlights: the kiss, because it has bigger implications, and the introduction of a new character, because I know they wouldn't introduce this new character if it wasn't going to mean something down the line. Now, and then what else happened?
I'm looking at you crazy.
I know, you're looking at me crazy because of the loth-wolves and all that other stuff.
Why?
But like, so the loth-wolves save them.
Yeah.
And then they have the whole teleporting from one side of the planet to the other side of the planet, which I don't think is a big thing, because we've seen the space whales do that, where the space whales, I think it was in the last season, where they can hyperspeed. Mm-hmm. Remember, in space they can travel hyperspeed, and they're organic beings. So seeing loth-wolves travel from one side of the planet to another side of the planet doesn't surprise me at all.
But that's okay. But we're forgetting Kanan.
Okay, what? Kanan's got some sort of connection,
right,
with the bruv. Like I'm not.
This to me is just when it comes to the whole paths are coming together, like, so the loth-wolf, keeps, like, from previous episodes, keeps saying this. Well, it's like a word. It wasn't really a word because we didn't really understand it. But one, they waited for him. Mm-hmm. 2. When Kanan comes out and says, yo, that's my birth name. Mm-hmm. And we get to see the walls, the scripts on the wall as well. And again, it's the same thing with the whole thing with Hera kissing him. It's like they setting up for what's come as well, and what's tied in their relationship and within the Force as well. Like,
yeah, I get what. Listen, Raven, I saw all of that stuff. And I was just like...
Doesn't that excite you? Like,
the reason it doesn't excite me is because it's like, I don't actually feel like they gave us any more information than we already had. Yeah. Like, they give us zero information more than we already had. So like, yeah, the wolf saves them. They don't really say there's a connection. He's saying Dune. What is Kanan's name, but might not necessarily... He might actually be saying Doom. Like Doom, D-O-O-M.
Like Doom, like...
Yes, like, this is a wrap for us. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, if the loth-wolf is so connected to Loth-wolf and the Force, it must know what's about to go down.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it knows that you, man, ain't making it out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so, like I said, it doesn't give us more information. We've seen the hieroglyphs in the cave before. When I first saw it, and then when Kanan said, Ezra, does this remind you of anything? And he said the Jedi Temple, I had already thought that, like, there was nothing.
That as well.
There was none of the Loth-wolf stuff really appealed to me in this episode. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just how I feel. Like, I don't know. Like, it wasn't a terrible episode, but I just watched this and I was just like, you could have just put these 3 things into the next episode and threw away all the other stuff that happened.
Oh, well, that's the thing with it. It's like, what's gonna come next? You know, and they love sort of giving the pre stuff before you dive in fully. So, I mean, to me, overall, it's just trying to prepare us what's to come. And that's why I'm so excited for this. And every time I saw it, it's like, wow, it was like mind blowing to me.
I'm 100% with you on they're always trying to prepare you for what's next.
Right.
But when they do that best when they give us something. It's like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this episode, every other episode, they've given us something that's happening right now. Mm-hmm. Boom, this is happening. This is important to right now, this second. Mm-hmm. But these things are going to lead into the next one. And I feel like this episode was all, wait till you see the next episode, and not, this is why this episode's good. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, decent episode, but like the 6 episodes before this have been of such a higher pace, so much more action, so much more like more juicier stuff. That when I got this, I was like,
but then it's when like, okay, so because like I said, they've given us that, but now we also shift into another side of it. Because remember, there's different fronts to this.
Last season, everything needs to be fire. There's, I expect nothing more. Like that's it. Like we don't have 24 episodes, so I need episodes 1 to 14 to be fire ragaban. You get me?
Well, we also have the second part of the season coming soon. So
yeah, but I get what you're saying. But like, I want like they started off very strong with all of these episodes. Yeah, so when we get to like the mid-season break, that episode just needs to be mind-blowing. But every episode up to that also needs to be like really, really good. You get what I'm saying? Like, so maybe this is a down episode because the next episode is gonna be fire. I don't know. I ain't watched it yet, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, what do you think? Like, did you really like this episode? Where does this episode rank of the 7 episodes we've already got? And are you looking to forward to the next episode? I mean, I'm still looking forward to it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. You get me? Yeah, jump in the comment section below and let us know. What do you think about Rian Johnson directing the trilogy of movies? I'm Joe, one further the Cybernuts.
And I'm Raven, your GS.
And we'll see you in the next Rebels review.